The horizon's edge drifted through Earth's graveyard orbit, her scarred hull bearing witness to humanity's extinction. Captain Marcus Vale stood on the bridge, watching Luna's fragments catch starlight like broken teeth. 37 years since Earth died, Chief Engineer Rodriguez muttered. Sometimes I wonder if we're heroes or fools. Both, Vale replied. They were the last 17 souls aboard humanity's final warship, bound by shared trauma and stubborn refusal to fade quietly. Tactical Officer Kim's console chimed. Captain Distress Beacon detected. Kepler 442 system, 7 light-years out. Multiple ship signatures there firing on each other. Vale studied the data. In decades since humanity's fall, they'd met 3 alien species. All had tried to exterminate them on sight. Plot a course, he decided. Keep us dark. If there's a war, I want to know who's fighting before we pick sides. They emerged into chaos. 2 massive alien fleets battled across the void, weapons painting space with deadly light. Ships the size of cities hurled mooncracking projectiles. One faction fielded organic vessels that pulsed with bioluminescent veins flowing, healing, adapting. Their enemies were crystalline nightmares of geometric perfection, moving with mechanical precision, each strike mathematically calculated for maximum devastation. 2 distinct factions, Kim reported. The organic ships are broadcasting on multiple frequencies. The crystal ships use quantum entanglement. The main screen flickered, revealing an alien face-elongated skull, starlight eyes, shifting scales. Unknown vessel. This is Fleet Commander the Sara of the collective consciousness. Identify yourself, or be destroyed. A second transmission cut, through crystalline chimes forming words. I am Prime Architect Zenth, of the Ordered Unity. Align with order, or be cleansed. Keep us dark, Vale ordered quietly. Let them bleed each other. We need intelligence. The battle raged around them as hundreds of ships died in minutes. Vale watched with cold calculation. Humanity had learned hard lessons. Never fight fair, never show mercy, never let anyone underestimate a cornered human. Hours passed as they observed from shadows. In the briefing room, Kim analyzed the stalemate. Their weapons are incredibly sophisticated, but their tactics are predictable, almost ritualistic. The Shapers always approach from these vectors. Architects always respond with these formations. Rodriguez leaned forward. They're not just fighting a war, they're fighting over ideas. Shapers believe in adaptive perfection, constant Architects worship eternal order, unchanging purity. Vale understood. This wasn't a civil war, it was a cosmic argument between incompatible philosophies, fought with planet-cracking weapons. Both sides were locked into ideological positions, unable to adapt beyond predetermined patterns. They've never faced humans, he realized, never fought an enemy that doesn't follow their rules. An urgent chime interrupted. Captain to the bridge. We've been made. Both alien fleets turned toward their position. Reactor signature, Park explained. Our fusion plant has a unique harmonic. They detected it and broadcast our position. Dozens of vessels converged like antibodies responding to infection. The Zara space filled the screen. You will submit to examination. Your technology is primitive but unusual. We require samples. Zenth followed immediately. Chaotic elements detected. You will be deconstructed and analyzed. Vale looked at his crew, survivors of extinction, witnesses to humanity's end. They looked back with trust, fear, and defiance. All hands. Battle stations. Vale announced, we are outnumbered, outgunned, completely outclassed. The enemy believes we are primitives ripe for dissection. They're about to learn why extinction made us dangerous. The horizon's edge transformed. Hull plates shifted into combat configuration. Weapon systems hummed to life with predatory eagerness. Rodriguez's team coaxed impossible power from their battered reactor. Reactor at 110%, she reported. She-Hold, Captain. All railgun batteries online, Kim announced. Nuclear warheads, loaded fusion and antimatter variants. Point defense, active. Special packages armed and ready. The special packages, Rodriguez's masterwork of salvaged alien tech and human ingenuity. Weapons that shouldn't exist, created by engineers who made miracles from scrap. The lead Shaper dreadnought hailed them. Primitive vessel, cease aggressive posturing. Your resistance is meaningless. We have studied your extinct species through transmissions. You have nothing we fear. Vale smiled, the cold expression that had earned his reputation. You know your problem, Dazara. You've never met humans with nothing left to lose. The first Shaper ship fired weapons that turned space into a killing field. Exotic particles tore through vacuum toward the human vessel. The Horizon's Edge's shields absorbed what they could, channeling the rest into heat sinks glowing cherry red. Shields at 60%, Kim reported. Won't last long. They don't need to, Vale replied. Fire pattern. Railgun Batory spoke with the voice of human war. Depleted uranium projectiles at lightspeed fractions punched through shields designed for energy weapons. The bioorganic dreadnought shuddered as kinetic penetrators carved through its hull, severing veins and rupturing conduits. Green ichor sprayed into vacuum. Direct hit, Kim announced savagely. Their regeneration can't keep up with kinetic damage. Smaller Shaper ships flanked them, adapting quickly. Multiple contacts incoming, Kim warned. They're learning to fear the railguns. Let them come, Vale said quietly. Rodriguez, initiate Protocol 7. Her hand hovered over a control, never used in combat, the weapon built from alien tech, with complete disregard for safety. The Horizon's Edge blazed with impossible energy. Devices merging human engineering with alien physics created effects, violating known science. Reality hiccuped around the ship as impossible weapons reached out. The lead attack craft simply stopped, one moment accelerating, the next drifting helplessly as its bioneural network experienced something like psychotic break. They're screaming, Park whispered, monitoring transmissions. The ship's consciousness is breaking down. 3 more vessels fell to humanity's impossible weapons before the Shapers adapted. But the architects had been watching with mechanical patience, analyzing human tactics with crystalline precision. Prime Architect Zent H observed the primitive vessel with something approaching admiration. The creatures fought with chaos almost beautiful in unpredictability. Analysis complete, reported Secondary Architect Vale. Primitives employ kinetic weapons with improvised quantum disruptors. Crude but effective. The Architect fleet moved with mathematical precision, arranging in perfect geometric formations. They're treating this like a theorem, Vale realized, studying their formation. Calculated exactly where we can go, positioned to counter every option. That's impossible, Rodriguez protested. No computer can predict human behavior. Not human behavior, Vale corrected. Ship behavior. They're not accounting for crew irrationality. Time to show them what irrational really looks like. The Architect attack began with clockwork precision, weapons converging on the Horizon's Edge's predicted position with mathematical certainty. The human vessel wasn't there. Instead of predictable evasion, Vale had ordered acceleration directly into enemy fire, while venting atmosphere to create unpredictable spin. Hull breach on Deck 7, Rodriguez reported as they screamed through the alien formation, losing atmosphere but staying intact. Point defense systems designed for long-range engagement proved useless against an enemy at ramming distance. Target the flagship, Vale ordered. All weapons. Concentrated fire. Railguns spoke with mechanical thunder. Depleted uranium overwhelming exotic physics. Crystals shattered like breaking mirrors as the flagship's perfect structure collapsed. The death scream shattering crystal across radio frequencies caused remaining architects to pause. Impossible, Zentha's voice crackled. Your tactics defy mathematical logic. Vale cut the channel, turning to his crew. They still don't understand. We're not fighting by their rules because we never learned them. We're fighting by human rules. The only rule is survival. Both alien fleets regrouped, their commanders finally grasping the threat. This wasn't just another primitive species to be catalogued or cleansed. These creatures fought with the desperate innovation of a species that had already died once and refused to accept it. Incoming transmission from both fleets, Park announced. They're offering terms. The Zara and Zent H appeared on split screen, their alien features showing what might have been respect or fear. Unknown vessel, the Zara began. Perhaps we were hasty in our assessment. The collective would consider... dialogue. Zenth's crystalline tones harmonized with forced diplomacy. The ordered unity acknowledges your chaotic effectiveness. Temporary cessation of hostilities could prove educational. Vale looked at the tactical display showing both fleets holding position, weapons still powered but not actively targeting. Temporary, he repeated, his voice carrying across the bridge with quiet menace. You misunderstand your situation. You started this engagement planning to dissect us for science. Now, you want to negotiate because we hurt you? His smile was winter cold. but we're not interested in temporary anything. The bridge crew watched their captain with growing understanding. They had survived Earth's death, the fall of colonies, the extinction of their species. They had nothing left to lose, and everything to prove. "Open a channel to both fleets," Vale commanded. "This is Captain Marcus Vale of the Terran vessel Horizon's Edge. You wanted to study humanity? Here's your lesson. We are the species that survived extinction. We are the children of a dead world who learned to make war with the debris of our civilization." He stood straighter, every inch the predator evolution had forged. "You have two choices. The first is to continue this conflict until one or both of your factions lie broken in the void. The second is to acknowledge a new reality, that this system now belongs to us." Silence stretched across the com channels as to advanced civilizations processed the implications. A single ship, crewed by refugees from a dead world, was dictating terms to fleets that could reshape matter at the quantum level. "You see," Vale continued conversationally, "you made a fundamental error. You assumed that because we were primitive, we were weak. Because we were outnumbered, we were helpless. Because our civilization fell, we were defeated." His voice dropped too barely above a whisper, but it carried clearly across every alien bridge. "You forgot that extinction doesn't create victims. It creates predators." The Horizon's Edge hung in space between two alien armadas, her scarred hull reflecting the light of distant suns. In her holds, human engineers worked with salvaged alien technology, creating new impossibilities. On her bridge, the last children of Earth waited for an answer. The universe held its breath, and in that moment of perfect silence, the balance of power shifted, not through superior technology or overwhelming force, but through the simple recognition that some things, once cornered, become infinitely more dangerous than when they roamed free. The aliens were about to learn what it meant to negotiate with ghosts who refused to die.